Hi everyone, Marilla here. Today I just have a last haul video for you for 2017. I actually didn't even expect that haul to happen, to be honest, but I of course forgot about Black Friday, like I do literally every year. I think it's just because Black Friday is mostly an American thing, and like in Europe we only started having the Black Friday sales and the Cyber Monday sales in the last few years. I kind of just really can't get my head around it, and I always forget that it exists. So even though I wasn't really planning on getting a lot of things anymore this year, with the Black Friday sales, I did purchase a few things, but as you'll see, I really tried to be very, very good, as I always try to, because I don't really want to spend huge amounts of money on the crafty supplies, since I don't really craft as much as maybe many other crafters would. Plus, with the baby coming next year, I know I will have less time. But I did avail of a few sales and just managed to get my short list and wish list. I sent my wish list a little bit shorter now. It has grown since because there were new releases since. But I kind of usually put a lot of things on my wish list and then just with time change it. So hopefully it'll go shorter in a few weeks again. But for now, I'm really happy because I managed to tick off a few boxes of my wish list. And that's always a great feeling, isn't it? So this is just a card I got. I'll be showing you some purchases that I got from Simon Says in a moment. So if you're watching that between now, which is December, and January 9th, if you make a purchase of €5 or more and you use this code Mary573, you can get a fiver or $5 off your order. So I just thought I'd share it with you in case you're looking for a coupon for some late Christmas gifts, or maybe you got a Christmas voucher and you want to spend it with Simon. So there you go, you can spend it with a fiver off, unless they have a better offer in the meantime. But let's dive into our Black Friday sales. So the first goodies I bought were from MFT. MFT actually started their Black Friday sale a bit earlier than Friday, which kind of annoyed me. But on the other hand, I didn't want to wait till Black Friday and not be able to get the things that I did want to get from them. They had a fantastic sale, though, I have to say, because they had a 30% off pretty much store-wide. I think the only items that weren't discounted, I think, were the brand new release. So with the 30% off, I thought it was a really good deal, even though I had to just pay for the international shipping and all that. I still thought it was worth it because the discount was so big. Plus, I also happened to have a $25 voucher that I won from MFT. So I kind of already had the money to spend there anyways. And believe it or not, I managed to purchase these, I think, pretty much for that $25 voucher. I don't think I added a huge amount of my own money to it, and I just covered the shipping cost, and that was it. So I was really delighted. The first thing I got were these tag dies. These are the ones that can make the little shaker and so on, and it's called Tag Builder Blueprints 5. To be honest, I've had this die set on my list, my wish list, I think literally forever. This is not a new die set by MFT by no means. I don't really make that many tags, that's why I never really purchased it. It's not on the cheap side either, but now with the 30% discount, I thought it was a great offer to get, especially that I really like the fact that you get those little banners as well. There's lots of other little elements as well, like the little hearts and the XOXOs and so on, which I don't think I'm going to be using that much, maybe the hearts, but I do like the kind of reinforcements for the tags here. I do like this little banner, and I love this banner here. And there's another one here as well. So I think that can be very useful as well. And then there's the different tree tags types, which also cut out the different windows within them, and I think they're really, really cute. So hopefully I'll start making some tags at some point in the future, and then I'll have that set ready and waiting for me. I actually already used one of the tags because I needed a quick tag. So, I mean, it's nothing crafty that I'm going to show because it was just literally, I just needed to give a quick message to someone. So I just literally cut out a little tag and handwritten wrote some message on it. But it came handy already, so that's nice. Then I got myself this set, which is the globe sentiments. Now, I don't have the globe dice or stamp set or anything, but I just really love these sentiments because I think they're very, very versatile. They're in a very simple font, so they will suit really any style of card you make. And there's lots of really nice ones. You know, there's also winter wishes, not only Christmas wishes. Like, not all of our friends actually celebrate Christmas. So sometimes it's nice to just send winter wishes, which also could be, you know, even for a winter birthday or something, which I think is really nice. I really like the font. I really like the size, and the fact, you know, that there's like season's greetings, Christmas greetings, happy Christmas, warmest wishes, and so on. Let it snow, be merry. I mean, they're super, super versatile. So I was very happy to get these. I was also hoping to get my hands on the sets that they have. Like, there's 2 sets that they have of just pure sentiments, which is a mix of different versatile sentiments. Unfortunately, they were out of stock at that time when I was already ordering, so I didn't get these. So instead, I decided to get one of those kind of circular ones that MFT have been coming out recently. And this is the circle frame Happy Birthday. I didn't want to get the Christmas one because, to be honest, I knew it would be a little bit late for the Christmas cards, and I wanted something a little bit more versatile as well. So, like, I mean, most cards I make are birthday cards, so this is why I got the Happy Birthday circle frame dynamics. So these are the 3 goodies I got from MFT. I have to say, their shipping was extraordinary. I have ordered from them directly for the first time. And I literally ordered on Tuesday afternoon, and on Friday morning I had the stamp sets here in Europe. I couldn't believe it. And truth be told, if there wasn't a little bit of a delay because of a customs clearance, I probably would have had them on Thursday. So I literally couldn't believe it. I don't know till now how it is possible that they managed to ship it so quickly, but they did. So big thank you, MFT. I shall remember for the future that if I need something quickly from you, it's best to order directly from you, because you send it super, super fast. So I was very impressed. So that was my first little purchase. I know I always mention that, and I probably complain about it enough, but it's true. Unfortunately, you know, when we order stuff from the US to Europe, shipping is very expensive. And on top of it, sometimes we need to pay also customs depending on the order size and so on. So, I mean, you know, I rarely really order from the companies directly. I mostly would make my orders from the likes of Simon Says Stamp, because then at least I can get one MFT stamp, one, you know, whatever Neat and Tangled stamp, one something else stamp. So it's kind of easier from that perspective, that you only just then pay for the shipping for the one thing. But with the Black Friday sales, I thought some of the sales were really so good that even with the extra shipping that I had to pay, it was still worth it to purchase from the company directly. And MFT was one of the examples, especially because I had that $25 coupon. That really helped. And the other company that it was really worth it to buy from during that Black Friday sale, I thought, was Neat and Tangled. Now, Neat and Tangled, I have to say, are awesome in terms of international shipping, because if you make a smallish enough order, like this one, where I got just 2 little packets and the big stamp set, you actually only pay $8.50 for the international shipping, whereas most of the rest of the companies will charge you somewhere between $13 and $16. So it's really, really nice, I think, to purchase from Neat and Tangled directly. If you haven't done so before, you know, I mean, it supports probably the company a little bit more than buying from a bigger retailer. So because they had a great sale as well for Black Friday, and because they're so cool with the cheap shipping, I thought I would reward them with making an order directly from them. And I just purchased 3 little things because I didn't want to go over that cheap shipping rate. And I also didn't want to spend a whole fortune. So what I got is this little set, which is the floral heart. Again, it's not really a new stamp set. I wanted it forever, never got it. So I thought finally, with Valentine's Day approaching and all that, I thought I'd finally get it. I wanted to get the coordinating die as well, but that would have gone already a little bit over my budget if I purchased it together with the higher shipping rates. So for now, I just passed on it and I only got the stamp set. If needs be, I can always try to fussy cut it. I actually don't mind fussy cutting that much, and like I said, I don't really make tons of cards, so it doesn't really bother me to fussy cut every now and again. I really like the I love you sentiment. It's very cute, and the little heart image is lovely as well with the florals and everything. So I got that. Then I got this little die, which is the Heart of Gold die, and I really love it. I think it's really versatile, and again, it's been on my wish list for ever. I also got this lovely set of sequins as a freebie from Neat and Tangled. If you order directly from them, you usually get their sequins pack as a thank you. So this is a lovely pack of clear sequins with a teeny amount of gold ones as well. They're actually absolutely gorgeous. I recently just purchased my first kind of sparkling clear sequins as well, so I didn't really need to because now I have these, but hey, now that I have them, I won't have to buy them anytime soon. I think clear sequins are actually really versatile again, and you can use them on so many projects, and they fit pretty much every color combo. So thank you very much. And then I got this stamp set, which is called, oh sorry, I probably should have checked that first, Art Deco. And I think it's a bit of a different stamp set for me. I'm usually more of the kind of cute images kind of a person. But I was really intrigued by that stamp set because it's a bigger one. Because as you can see, this is not a normal size stamp set. Because it's a bigger one, the price on it, the price tag is a little bit higher as well. But with the discounts for Black Friday, it was kind of much cheaper and much more affordable. What I really love here are all these sentiments. Again, they're kind of similar to like those Christmas ones that I got from MFT. They're kind of big, bold letters, and you know, they would kind of go with a lot of different designs, I feel. You know, they're nice, bold, very versatile. Again, like you know, sending joy or something can be literally Christmas, or you know, a congrats, there is a thank you, there is a happy anniversary, there is a cheers, there's a celebrating you, so birthday ones as well. There's even a Mazel Tov one, which I mean, honestly, I probably won't use it, but you never know what you're going to need. Sorry for the glare there, it's a little bit funky with the light at the moment. You know, you can say joy to the world. Again, this is Christmassy kind of one. So you did it. Like, I mean, I really like it. It literally, in those few sentiments, not being very specifically, you know, happy birthday or thinking of you or something, there is still quite a lot of super versatile occasions that you can cover with these. So like, they can cover pretty much probably every occasion that you can think, apart from maybe a baby. But again, you could say, you know, celebrating you, and that could be a baby. Or congrats, obviously, could be for a baby card. So literally, that can probably cover, apart from sympathy cards, it can probably cover everything. So I really like it. This is a lovely pattern, which I think you can really use on its own with different coloring mediums, or you can use with a critter inside or just as a background. And there's also even some geometrical shapes, which again, not really my style, but you never know when you might have them handy. They could be great as well for actually ink swatches, if one does them. So yeah, I really thought that stamp set kind of stood out to me. I actually really love all of the Neat and Tangled kind of cute critters stamp set. And that's what I thought initially I was going to get, but then I thought, no, I have so many different critters from Neat and Tangled and other brands. You know, I don't always feel like coloring. Sometimes you just want to have something a bit different. And I think this is a really different, beautiful, elegant stamp set. So with that discount, I thought it was really worth it. So this is what I got from Neat and Tangled. Then I also was lucky enough that on actually Black Friday itself, I won a $20 voucher from Alt New on Instagram. So I was too late kind of to use it for the Black Friday promotions, because obviously it was only announced, I think, on the Saturday or the Sunday following the Black Friday who the winners were. Thankfully, they sent the voucher very quickly, so I could avail of the Cyber Monday sale. Now, I wasn't actually going to, I will be very honest with you, I find Alt New international shipping really expensive. I love their products, but I usually buy it from the likes of Simon Says, or within Europe, I would buy it from Seven Hills Crafts or other places. But because I had a $20 voucher to use, I thought I would make a purchase of something I wanted to get. And truth be told, this ink cubes set is what I really wanted, and I wanted to get it from Simon Says. But when I was making my order from Simon Says, this ink set was out of stock. So when I got that $20 voucher, and when they had a sale on Cyber Monday, and these were one of the things that were on sale, I was like, perfect, that voucher couldn't have come at a better time. And I decided to get that. So this is the set of greens. This is the Tropical Forest. I own only one of the old new ink cubes, and I really like it. I have one of the red sets. I don't know now if it's the red Cosmos or the other one. I have one of the red sets either way, and I really like it. And I was really looking forward to finding a good green set, because the inks that I have in greens don't really work very well for layering. I know Old New had a different set before with a black cube of greens, but I wasn't mad on those green colors, which is why I never purchased it. And then they came out with this set, and I think it's a fantastic color combo. So I really wanted it, and it was with a small discount. I don't remember now whether it was like $2 cheaper or something than the standard price, but either way, it was cheaper, so great, I got that. And then I still had a little bit of my voucher left, so I was kind of browsing through the website to see what else was on a good offer. I was sure actually I would get a stamp set, since their stamp sets are amazing. But I came across this ink cube set. And this one is the Glacier Caves. It's the blues. I hope you can see that. And I don't know why, whether that was a mistake or whether... I think they're changing into these colors now, aren't they? So this is, I think, still the old style packaging of the inks, I think. And this is the new style, I think. So whether it was because they're trying to get rid of this packaging style, or whether that color is getting discontinued, I've got actually no idea why, but this ink cube set was only $5 or even cheaper than that. So it was really cheap in comparison to this one that was like already on a sale for, I think, a tenner. So I was like, okay, well, I wasn't planning on getting a blue set, but for $5, I just can't pass on it. So I got the blue one as well. In fairness, I was kind of thinking between blues and teals that I was considering on getting an ink cube set as well. So the fact that it was on such a massive sale on Cyber Monday for some reason, it was perfect for me, and I got that. And I also got one more thing, but it hopefully is still on the way to me. I wanted to add something to that $20 voucher, so I ordered one of those, I think it's called Vintage Cottage Set, I think. It's a very tiny stamp set, or actually a stamp really, from Old New as well. It's a little cottage in a kind of little wintry scene, and I thought it would be really nice for some kind of less Christmassy Christmas cards, or those kind of winter cards and so on. So I ordered that. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding with it for some reason, because my order was very delayed, and eventually they contacted me and said, look, we're sorry, that cottage stamp set is at the moment out of stock. We're gonna refund you for it and send you the inks out, which they did. But I didn't really want to get a refund for the cottage stamp set, because I really like the stamp set, and I don't really want to order it and have to pay another $16 just to ship a $5 stamp set. So I kind of wrote back to them and I asked them, you know, like, is it possible for them to still ship that stamp set to me once it's back in stock? And they kindly offered to ship it. So they actually said to me, okay, we're going to not do the refund for you, and when the stamp sets come back in stock, we'll just ship it to you, since it was our mistake that it didn't make it to you initially. So I saw, I think yesterday or the day before, it came back into stock. So fingers crossed that they're going to send it to me. I don't know, I didn't get any notification, so I don't know whether I'm supposed to wait one or not. But fingers crossed they'll send it to me and I'll have it also. And that was a really lovely price from Altonio. Obviously, I covered the shipping cost then, but you know, it's worth to pay for shipping cost if it's cheaper than the products themselves. So that was really nice. And then the final order I made on Black Friday was Simon Says. I think that video is already really long, so I'll try to make it quick. Simon had a fantastic offer on just their brand. They had a 30% discount as well for all the Simon Says products. I think it was on the Thursday before Black Friday, but I decided to wait for Black Friday offer itself, since I wanted a few items as well that weren't necessarily Simon branded. And I think their Black Friday sale was 15% off, actually store-wide, I think it was, which was pretty impressive, I think, for a massive shop like that sells from so many different brands. And so I was quite happy that I managed to avail of that, even though you'll see in a moment I actually did purchase a few Simon branded things, but not as many. So one of the things I was hoping to get was those Old New inks, but they were in stock when I was ordering, but by the time I finished fiddling with my cart and I finally chose what I really wanted, they were already out of stock. So I was really happy that I managed then to get them from Alteneu directly. What I got from Simon were these metallic accents by Prima. These are kind of semi watercolor kicks, and they're metallic as the name mentions. So these are the colors that you get. You get as well a little brush, and there's a little palette here. I don't really do a lot of watercoloring. I do a little bit with distress inks mostly, but I really thought that having those nice metallic colors would be nice to kind of color on darker cardstock, on craft cardstock and so on, and just to add as well kind of like it says metallic accents to certain to some cards, or even like I love to do as well little splatters on the cards and so on. I thought they would be really neat for it. I know there's other brands as well out there. This was one of the cheapest options, I think, the Prima version, so I took that, and hopefully it's going to work well for me. I'm hoping to try them actually real soon, so stay tuned for that. Then, because I love distress oxide inks, and it's not because everybody is raving about them, but it's because I actually did get two colors before, as you might remember. I have Wilted Violet and Cracked Pistachio, and I really like them, so I thought I would just get a few more, and I got the Salty Ocean, I got Twisted Citron, Picked Raspberry, and Wild Honey. So I kind of just tried to, like with the mini, like the normal distress inks, I have lots of those mini ink cubes because they're much cheaper, and so I have really lots of colors. I'm definitely nowhere close to having the whole collection of all the colors that Ranger came out with, but I have quite a lot of distress inks colors. Whilst with these ones, well, they're a little bit more pricey, obviously, because they're the full-size pads. So I can't really justify spending, you know, loads on like 10 or 20 colors. Therefore, I decided to kind of go for rainbow colors-ish. I didn't get a red one as such. I got Picked Raspberry because I find that when I color images with my distress inks, I tend to go for the pinks more than for reds. So like if it's floral images or something, I go more for pinks and reds. If I need reds, then I always have my distress inks still, so that should cover it hopefully. So I got the pink, then I got the green, the blue, the yellowish, orangish, not to have to buy a yellow and an orange separate. And then I have the purple one, and I have the Cracked Pistachio, which is kind of as well in between the greens and the blues. So that should cover most of my kind of rainbow needs. So hopefully that'll work well. These are not opened yet. I can't wait to start playing with them. They just arrived yesterday, and they're already here on my desk waiting. I absolutely love using the distress oxides. And you can mix them as well with the regular distress inks. So I think I will have more than sufficient colors for that then. Then, because I have more distress inks, I had to buy something super boring, which is the mini ink blending foams. But yeah, I'm running out of it. I usually keep one for each color, and because I have quite a lot of the mini distress inks, and obviously sometimes I have to as well replace those pads every now and again. So I got a new packet for these, for my oxides. Then I also ordered two, what do you call them? Oh, that's not what I ordered. Sorry. That's what I ordered. Two embossing powders. I don't actually own a lot of embossing powders, but I have been doing quite a lot of heat embossing over Christmas and before Christmas. And I literally have a white, a clear, a gold, and a silver. And those gold and silver have been with me since I started crafting 7-8 years ago. So they're probably by brands that don't even exist anymore. But I decided to try something else. So like a lot of my crafty friends are always raging about the liquid platinum by Ranger. So this is kind of in between gold and silver apparently. So I decided to get that to give it a go. And I also wanted to try some of those sparkly glittery embossing powders just to see whether I like them and whether they you know, kind of do fine enough lines for me. And whether it works for me. So I got the embossing silver, metallic silver sparkle embossing glitter, it's called, by Wow. I have the white by Wow, and I'm quite happy with it. So I thought I'd go for the glittery one as well from Wow. Yeah, I'll need to probably at some point upgrade my gold and silver as well to some brands that are known nowadays. But actually, to be honest with you, whatever brand you buy, I really enjoy them and they're still working. Like, so I don't feel the need that much to spend money on something I already have. So I'm using up what I have for now. But yeah, hopefully these two will be nice. I wanted these, especially the sparkly one for Christmas cards. Unfortunately, that Simon Says order was taking its time to come to me this time, so it's too late for my Christmas cards this year, but hey, we'll use it for something else or for next year's cards. And finally, two things that I really wanted to use on this year's Christmas cards and are not going to happen. But hey, Christmas will come again. And plus, this set I think is not only a Christmassy one, and it can be used for anything else really. So this one by Simon Says, this is the stained glass greetings. I think it's really lovely. I know a lot of people have been making cards with it this year, so I'll be unique next year and I'll be using it next year. But I really, really like it. Now, obviously love you can use for other occasions also. The other ones, well, hope and peace probably as well, but like, you know, you would kind of associate them mostly with Christmas, and there's some additional Christmas sentiments here as well. They're really, really pretty. I really like them. You can easily use them with embossing powders. You can kind of color them in, you can emboss them on vellum, you can put them directly onto a panel, you know, like there's a lot you can do, and they come with those little additions kind of as well to those big bold words, and I really thought it was a lovely set. So, well, yeah, for this year's cards they won't be used, but they will be used for sure for next year. And I have a feeling this will be my go-to stamp set for next year's cards, because I really, really, really like it. So I can't wait to start working on my Christmas 2018 collections and working with that stamp set. It's a pity it came a little late this year, but I'm sure I'm gonna use it next year because it's really, really gorgeous. And then I got these little houses, which I really like. I kind of had this idea that I wanted to make a few Christmas cards with little houses and, you know, maybe those big bold sentiments over them, like a nice galaxy or a nice snowy sky above them, blah, blah, blah. I had a few ideas. It's too late now. They will be used later on. That's not a problem. I wasn't sure where to or which brand to get the little houses dies from. So I was kind of looking through different options that they had in Simon, and not only, like, there's a lot of brands that do nowadays the little houses. I in the end opted for this one. First of all, the price point of it was really good. I can't actually remember off the top of my head now, but all of the products anyways will be linked in the description box below, so you can check it out and you'll see on Simon's website how much it is, but it really wasn't hugely expensive. They're quite a decent size, I think. What I like about them is that they're quite versatile, as in, you know, they're different, totally three different shapes of houses. They're not very, very similar. You could always as well cut this one shorter or this one shorter, and, you know, you would have two additional kind of sizes of houses. And what I really liked as well is that they come with the little trees, because you get a bonus of little trees, which is also nice always to add to those kind of scenes, or you can even use the trees by themselves. Truth be told, when I was making my MFT order, I also wanted to get it. If you're familiar with MFT Dynamics, they have this little set of those cute little trees. They're very kind of triangular, and they have little patterns on them and stuff, and I really wanted to get them. And I still probably might get them at some point, but these can kind of replace them. Like, I know there's only two of them, and they're not as maybe fancy because they don't have stitching or anything, but I think they're still cute and they work well with houses. So I really liked that particular set here came with those trees, because a lot of those dies that have houses don't have anything else anymore. So that's really a nice addition. Plus, if you look closely, they actually don't cut all the way down. So they actually cut, like you can see here in the picture, they will only cut around and like be still stuck on the bottom of the cardstock, which I think is a really neat thing, because it can give you additional options of different kind of techniques you could do it, as you could just do partial die cutting without having to worry that you have to do partial die cutting, because that only does partial die cutting for you. So it could be nice for like a maybe shaker or something, you know, where you could leave this still within the card panel and then just cut around it to kind of do the shaker window or something. But at the same time, I mean, if you want to make them straight houses, you'll cut the straight line, which shouldn't be a big problem. Or if you want to, you could make it nicely, you know, shaped or something. I thought it was actually really neat that they don't cut fully. So that is, I think, the fact that it's the little trees are here included, and the fact that it actually doesn't cut all the way down is, I think, what made this set the winner for me of all the other sets that I was checking out. So I hope to use these as well. Most in Christmas wintry cards, I think. But again, like, you know, they could be good for a new home or a lot of other options, just saying hello cards or whatever. So this is my haul, and this is my super long video because as usual I talk an awful lot. If you're still with me, then I would like to wish you all a very, very happy and Merry Christmas. I hope you get to spend it with your loved ones and with your families. If you don't, then I hope at least, you know, even if you're on your own or maybe just with your partner or whatever way your life goes this year for Christmas, I hope you still have a wonderful time. And I also wish to wish you a lovely and crafty Happy New Year, and I can't wait to, you know, see what you guys are making in the coming months. I will probably be a teeny bit quieter at the beginning of the year with the baby coming and all, so I'll be mostly enjoying my crafting through watching and observing what you guys make. So please make something lovely as you usually do, so that I can at least feast with my eyes and enjoy crafting that way. I'll be spending Christmas a little bit quieter this year because we're not going to any of our families in Ireland or Poland because of the papa. Since I'm right now 8 months pregnant, so I can't really travel anymore. So we're staying at home, and it's gonna be just the three of us, since our parents want to come and visit us when the baby comes in January. So they can't really kind of justify the costs of flying twice, unfortunately, to visit us. So it's gonna be just me, my husband, and my baby girl, and our newly born baby girl in the belly. So yeah, we'll be just our closest family, so it'll be a little bit quieter than usual and probably a little bit sadder because of that, but I'm nevertheless sure that we're gonna have an awesome time together. And I will see you hopefully next year. Take care. Bye bye.